Welcome to that 80s show, and if you're listening to this show, right, you've walked like an Egyptian, you've moonwalked, you've walked this way, you've walked on the wild side. Dori, have you walked on the wild side?
All the time.
You've walked on sunshine.
Ah, yeah.
You've walked the line, and you've walked 500 miles. And guess what, Dori?
What?
We're still only halfway there because we're living on.
You know what else happens when you walk that much?
That was a lot of hard work. Yes, what else happens?
You get sunburned.
Oh, God, Dori. Dori was telling me a story about sunburn. And listen, we all got sunburns in the 80s.
There was no ozone.
You know, we sunburnt the fuck a lot in the 80s.
It's a miracle we're all still alive.
And it was just like that was just it. And you would lie in the sun on the paving by the pool.
Do you remember the copper tone? The copper tone that you would put on and you would shine. You would glisten.
Yeah. And you'd smell, who's making burgers? It's me. God.
Like, is that a pina colada? No, that's a person.
Good God, we used to sunburn the shit out of ourselves. No ozone.
Yeah.
And then Dori was telling me a horror story about a sunburn to her child. And then, the worst of all, she went to the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Looking for all sorts of solutions. And what did they not have?
Silver sun tablets.
Didn't even know
We all
about.
grew up on silver sun tablets. Well, I did. Whenever there was sunburn, silver sun tablets would make an appearance. They were like a miracle. You would just take it and then you would feel... It wouldn't make your skin go less red, but it would make you feel better. Because you know when you're sunburned and you heat stroke, you feel nauseous and you feel fevery and you got a headache and you just feel awful. The silver sun tablets would take that away in a shot.
Yeah, I think it was just painkiller. I don't think it had anything to do with sunburn.
Maybe it was literally just like heroin or something.
Bro, it's probably like low-grade cocaine.
But I go to the pharmacy and I go, can I get some silver sun tablets? The pharmacist looks at me and goes, what?
No, pharmacists.
I'm like, just because there's no more hole in the ozone does not mean we don't need silver sun tablets. Come on, guys. We need them.
No. And, this is the thing. The hole in the ozone closed.
Yeah.
So
because we had to stop with the hairspray. We
so
stopped
80s.
with the hairspray.
So 80s. Dori, do you want to hear why I'm such a stable human being? Because, that's the one thing everyone says about me. They go, you know that Paulo, what a stable guy he is.
So serious.
So serious.
So grown up.
Really reliable.
Mature.
Researchers from the University of London Psychology Department. I found this story while I was sitting on the toilet. Okay, so...
Case in point.
This is where it's going to go. Researchers from the University of London Psychology Department discovered that adults who keep sentimental items from their childhood, particularly toys, often exhibit greater emotional strength and mental steadiness. The study explains that these keepsakes function as transitional objects, first providing comfort and security during early stages of development. Later in life, holding onto these items is associated with healthier emotional control, which, lower anxiety levels, I fucking don't worry about shit, and effective coping strategies when facing stress. Notably, participants who retained childhood comfort items displayed less emotional volatility, recovered more quickly from stress, and showed stronger self-awareness and deeper connection to the experiences that shaped their identity. Thank you, He-Man. Thank you, Lino. Thank you, Brave Star.
Thank you, Thundercats.
All the Thundercats. Thank you, Shatara. Let's just put that out there.
But I mean, that does make sense because, there's all those studies about how nostalgia is good for your mental health. It's obviously like if you have all these things, the nostalgia is constantly coursing through your blood.
Exactly.
It's there all the time.
I've got them all. I mean, you've seen my display.
I have.
You haven't seen my display in a while.
No, it has been a while.
Oh, my word. What do I have now? I'm so excited about the new Masters of the Universe because then I can add my He-Man to my He-Man to my He-Man to my He-Man to my Skeleton to my He-Man. I got my Back to the Future cars. I got everything. I got my A-Team van. I got my little Lego Mr. T. B.A. Baracus. Hence, stability.
Right.
One thing's not stable.
Yeah.
Or should be stable.
Are we talking about CDogg again?
You never know. Actually, that motherfucker comes up later. We are talking about CDoggs on the cruise, the 80s and 90s cruise, right?
Right.
So last week we had spoken to the guys, msccruises.co.za for the 80s and 90s cruise. We definitely want to be going on that. And here's the thing. The whole thing about people go, how do you make money from a podcast? I go, you don't. But one thing you got to try to do is convert your audience to sales. Right now, I'm going, what do we do? We got a 30% conversion rate from one mention, one feature on our show. And 30% of our listeners purchased a ticket, a cabin on the cruise. That being you, and we only have 2 other listeners. So 33% of our listeners.
Yeah, because even my friend who I'm going with doesn't listen to the show.
No, but you don't know that we're not part of the reach. We don't know if like a listener. No, Louis, and so 33% of our listeners off one mention bought a cabin on the cruise, Dori. That is effective. That is a case study. That is, put that in a board report. Okay, but now you're going on the cruise.
I am going on the cruise.
Very excited.
I'm so excited.
Okay, we are gonna be finding out more about that as we get closer. We definitely want to hear from you. We're definitely gonna make you capture some stories. And oh boy, will there be
what
stories.
I can tell you in the meantime,
yes,
is they've already like posted for the people going on the cruise, and I need to go do some shopping.
Ooh, this is inside info. Are they giving you like for the themed evenings?
There are themed days and themed nights.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Double trouble, double dipping.
Are you ready? The cruise is from the Friday. You leave like Friday lunchtime-ish, and then you get back on early Monday morning. So we're talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday, really. Friday, dress themes.
Themes.
Daytime, retro fire and ice.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me read. Red and blue never looked this good. Crisp reds, bold blues, and all the 80s and 90s energy you can handle. Let the colors collide.
My word, what are we doing there? Super Mario.
I need to go shopping because I have red shorts, but I don't have anything blue.
Okay.
So I need to go and do that.
All right.
That night, glow like the 80s.
Oh my God, where are you going?
Bring the pulse of the 80s to life with vivid brights. Go bold in electric greens, hot pinks, neon yellows, leg warmers, holographic jackets, UV accents, mesh overlays, and luminous accessories. It's about everything loud, flashy, and fun. It glows. If it glows, wear it.
Oh my God. Do you still have the fishnet Lumo gloves
I do.
that Noel gave you? Yeah,
I
fantastic.
Do. No, Noel didn't give those to me.
Oh, didn't he? Okay.
I bought those.
Good purchasing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Well
I
done
have that.
on not throwing it away as one normally does. With such
I will
things.
get some glow sticks because that's what I do.
Close. When else are you going to get them? What else? What other purpose do they have?
Right. There are other themes, but I think I'll save them for future shows. Let's do one day at a time.
That's just Friday.
That's just
Friday. Oh, what a festival you're going to have on that boat, Dori.
I'm so excited.
Last week we put together a mixtape because you're definitely taking the mixtape, but you now, because you're going on the cruise, you're going to add some songs to the mixtape from last week.
I am.
So go check that 80 Show SA Facebook page. We've put the mixtape up, but maybe I'll actually change it to add Dori's songs.
Yeah.
So what are your songs that you're adding?
Well, I wasn't sure. Last week you said Ship of Fools.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Was that the Erasure song or the World Party song?
There's multiples.
Yes.
I like Erasure.
Okay.
So I went with the Erasure one.
I love that Erasure song. Yeah. But there is also the World Party song called Ship of Fools.
Yeah.
And we are going to be a Ship of Fools. My friends are crazy.
I think so. I definitely think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And no alcohol needed.
No.
They will be having alcohol.
Just sunstroke.
Just some sunstroke. Exactly. This song, I mean, it's a sweet song, but it's not going to be representative of the cruise because it's called 6 Months in a Leaky Boat. And the MSC cruises are not leaky boats. They are 5-star hotels on the water. On the water.
I have to tell you something about Dori's playlist. I didn't warn you up front, right?
Obscure.
Yes. So back in the day when the show was a radio show where we could play music every week, we had a theme, right? Mm-hmm. So we'd put together our theme, and of course I'd bring songs that people know.
Yes.
Oh my God. Dori would bring you B-side, unreleased, like dark collector's web, like studio sessions found in the bin stuff.
Only 5 copies released.
So I just warn you, you might be going, shit, I've never heard that song. It's not you. That's not a you problem.
I had not heard the song. It's by Split Ends, though. We've heard of Split Ends.
We have.
That's a band we've heard of.
You say so.
Split Ends. Okay. So the song's called 6 Months in a Leaky Boat. Split Ends was a New Zealand band.
You know, when you have to say they're a New Zealand band already, we're in murky waters.
I think that some of them became Crowded House. But anyway, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, it's actually quite a pleasant song, but it is called 6 Months in a Leaky Boat. It's a very pleasant song. It's not like the kind of thing you'd listen to regularly.
Okay.
A classic, but also Billy Joel's The Down Easter Alexa.
Now, when you say Billy Joel,
tells the story of struggling fishermen on Long Island, focusing on the harsh reality of working on the ocean.
I'm going Piano Man. I'm going like we didn't start the fire.
We're not going to have a harsh reality working on the ocean. We are going to be lounging in deck chairs with cocktails and mocktails, listening to 80s songs. Like,
going, can someone please fucking skip the song until we get the tide is high?
you see, you should have listened to my list before you said you're going to add it to the cassette, because you're not going to add it to the cassette.
I know. Maybe let's just add this to the B side. Let's add it to the other side.
Yeah. Did you have Message in a Bottle by the Police?
Good one. Okay. Good one.
Right.
I did not have that one. Well done.
Okay.
That can go into my A side.
Okay. Sail On by the Commodores. Very gentle.
It is.
Sunset vibes.
Okay. I love me a little bit of Lionel Richie, so that can stay.
And it's just such a pleasant song.
That can go at the end of my A side.
Seven Seas by Echo and the Bunnymen. Not one of their better songs, I have to say.
We've already got a 7 Seas though by OMD.
Yes, which is much better.
A lot of people know.
It's much better.
You can get a B side. You got to get B side on that one.
All right. This one, I know this song very well. You might not.
Which Q? No one has ever heard the song.
But you heard of The Beautiful South, right? You know The Beautiful South.
Yes. What B side unlisted?
It's a song called Sail the Ship Alone. But, I mean, it's about being in a relationship and then not being in a relationship and being single. But the point is, it has the word ship in the title. Okay?
I think that is pretty much the bar.
That's it. That's what I have. That's it.
Well done. Well, you know, Dori, it wasn't that bad.
Message in a bottle, at least. Eh?
Message in a bottle, that's good.
Do you think I should send a message in the bottle from the ship? Should I do it?
Let's see where it ends up.
Imagine.
Don't throw stuff off the ship, though.
No, I don't think you're allowed to.
imagine that you will be court-martialed.
I think I might get thrown off the ship if I do that.
So, Dori, I'm so glad you're going on the cruise. A bit of a recce ahead of us next year.
Yeah.
When we join you and do shows live from the boat.
Fingers crossed.
You know, if this boat is a rockin', it's probably because it's a boat. So that's why.
And all our listeners should join us. It'll be so fun.
Yes, and then we've got 100% conversion rate. Can I add 2 for you?
Yes.
I was so angry with myself for missing this one. When I said any Wham song, Bad Boys.
Huh?
You know, boys that float in the sea?
Oh, my God.
Also works with anything of Boy George. So
I think that you no, I don't think that you can shout at me for my songs when you go and do that.
Bad Boys. Woo woo. That's a ship. They do that, don't they? It's more trains.
It's a train.
But a ship, I'm sure it's got a woo woo on it. People will be going woo woo. Probably Dori.
Look, I would love to hear Bad Boys on the ship. Hopefully I do.
It definitely will be.
And I will laugh and think of this moment.
Definitely will be. So I posted up something on our Facebook page, that 80 Show SA on Facebook. Yes, we are still pursuing it, mainly due to reasons of locking our own password and locking ourselves out of our Instagram. But I posted up something called the Growing Up in 80s South Africa starter pack.
I forgot to bring my relics.
Well, Dori, I think you added the best one to the list.
I think so, hey?
So this, you can go check it out on that 80 Show SA Facebook page right now if you want to. Also put it in the show notes. But it's a thing. It's a series of photos of things everybody in South Africa had.
Yep.
You know, my house is older. Some of these things are still around my house.
Yes.
Okay. But didn't everyone not have those random yellow Tupperware containers?
I still have one.
What does it smell like?
Not good.
Not good.
Really not good. I do not put food in it.
No, it's okay.
It is not for food. Because
sometimes
it has
to scoop stuff.
Such a strong plastic smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many things. It's plastic with a curry stain.
It does. That being said, it is still like that was really solid plastic.
You can put
compared to what you get now, you could definitely put that in the dishwasher.
Yeah, you're putting that thing in the dishwasher on the hottest. Yeah. And it's just like.
And it's not warping.
Going, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
We also got up here the precast boundary walls. Part of my wall is still that.
So many walls still like that around.
Standing since the 80s. Mm-hmm. That's not coming down. Go to a summer con.
Literally,
it was built last week.
Between me and my neighbor in my garden, guess what? There is that wall.
Yeah.
That wall is there.
Yeah, and it's never coming down.
Yeah.
God help you, they do not make any of those. So if that goes down, you got to take your whole wall and just replace it. I love this one. It was so decorative. This was the height, I think, of like middle class culture. Mm-hmm. Was like the Africa wall clock art piece. So it was the shape of Africa with a clock in the middle and the big 5 scattered around it. There were multiple variations.
Yes.
But this was like a staple.
Yes. And now only tourists would buy that.
Oh, yes. And pay like 1,000 Rand easily for it. This, you still occasionally see it. But those horrible the white metal garden patio set.
I have one in my garden. It is pink.
Yes.
Pink.
Fancy.
So it probably was white originally and someone decided to paint it. I actually inherited it from my aunt.
How laborious though. It's because a lot of like
I will take a picture of it. It's so nostalgic. I can't bear to part with it.
It was both the weakest yet the strongest material known to man.
Dude.
It would bend at a moment's notice, but get hit in the head with it, you're out.
It is still in perfect condition and it has been in many rainstorms.
Yeah. No, that stuff holds very uncomfortable.
No, you got to sit on a cushion.
A couple.
You got to put cushions.
Well, like in this one, a floral pattern cushion.
Yes.
Brown and orange and yellow flowers. Probably a cushion that goes with that.
We all had on our mattresses, our foam mattresses.
This one we've spoken about so many times before, but the hi-fi stereo cabinet with the glass, but with the little magnetic clink. Mm-hmm. It's like you could play a secret sound game and just play that. And like only 80s kids will go, well, I know exactly what that is. That little clink.
Yeah.
That's when you're either going to do some listening or you've done some listening. Mm-hmm. Listening pleasure is amongst us. This other one, it's described as blue and white, and there's also like a beige and orange enamel canisters that you'd often find them that have sugar in them, flour, and it had like the blue floral kind of decorations on it. We had the orange one, so it was beige with like orange flowers on it with orange lid.
It was so much brown and orange.
This is what we say. Like, the theme of your neon night.
Yeah.
No.
Everyone should be in brown and orange.
Aren't you glad we're having a party? Get down with brown. That's really 80s. And then this other one, any form of toilet decoration.
Oh my God.
Toilet seat holders, knitted toilet seat covers, toilet seat warmers. Remember the little dolls that your toilet roll went up her dress?
Yes.
What the fuck were we thinking?
You know why? Every weekend there was a fete. There was a fete somewhere. And what did people sell at the fetes apart from coconut ice?
Yes.
What did they sell at the fete? Those toilet holder things.
Papier poppies. That's what they do. This one's for our South African listeners.
Yes. Literal translation.
Toilet paper dolls.
Poop paper doll. Yeah.
Poop paper dolls. You're right.
Poop paper dolls.
And then you added, the one thing you added said they're missing
I can't believe it wasn't there.
Why the fuck did they have these things?
I have no idea.
Those plastic, really hard, studded floor covers, like
floor runners. They called runners.
The plastic floor runners to protect carpets.
Yeah. But all it would do was like you would slide down it. And actually, they weren't that slippery.
They weren't that slippery. They were super sticky.
But they made the worst noise when you walked on them.
Horrible. They never went flat.
No.
Ever.
No.
Like it was just such a hard fabric or material. My wife tells me the story. So she said, they had this house with these beautiful hardwood floors that had been restored and had been like just perfect condition, like restored from the 20s type of thing.
Yeah.
And they had, parents had a party, as parents had parties, probably lots of people in the garage, as we did in the 80s.
Yes.
And her dad didn't want anybody to be walking direct on the floors or spilling on the floor. So he bought a shitload of these, right? The house must have looked like it was going to be a murder scene. Just plastic all over the floors.
That actually would be useful for a murder scene. Yeah.
But you can't fold the body. You can't fold it back up because it's so hard. You know they got the little studs underneath
Yeah.
to prevent from slipping? The studs imprinted in the wood
No.
and actually just spiked to the wood all over the place.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so what good were those things? What
I
good
don't
were
know.
they?
I just remember we never had one, but almost every house I went to as a child had one of these things.
I know.
They were just everywhere,
Why? They were so ugly. They were to protect your carpets.
supposedly.
You know, your white rugs. The rugs and
Stop you spilling your fresca.
the rugs and and your Oros and your Clifton. It was normally leading onto the rugs in the fancy lounge. We all had a fancy lounge and no one was
Right.
allowed in.
Yeah.
And you don't want to put the shit there, but it was on everything leading into the fancy lounge. So to collect everything off your feet, including parts of your feet if you walked on it
Right.
barefoot. So like a toe. And then, you know. A fun thing I found out this week, you shared it with me. What are we going to do? A show content this week. And then you shared a song with me
Did I?
called, very difficult song to find. Imaginatively titled. I'm going to play a little bit of it and hopefully I drop it in at the right place. The artists will thank me for playing this. And so on and so on.
If you didn't hear the lyrics, Paulo, what is he singing?
Big tits, we want big tits. Big tits, we want big tits.
You know, they just don't write songs like they used to.
You know, so simple. I think you really understand the pathos with that. So that is a song by a band called the Sex Shop Boys. Let me tell you something. I'm not allowed on the internet for a week after trying to find out more about that song. Because the album cover is a crude drawing like one would draw in school of big tits.
Yeah.
So it says big tits and then got two boobs with red nips. Big tits, red nips. A band called the Sex Shop Boys. Not to be confused, strange enough, with the Pet Shop Boys.
No, I don't think you're supposed to.
Now, Pet Shop Boys, of course, we know that one of them did work in a pet shop, hence the name.
Yeah.
Willing to bet that the Sex Shop Boys spent a lot of time in sex shops,
Think so?
you know,
Yeah.
because their other song, let me tell you about them.
Do tell.
So this is all the information you can find out about them, right? A German group. Now, there is another DJ group called the Sex Shop Boys. They're DJs, so they
Okay.
do nowadays.
All right.
But the original Sex Shop Boys are from the 1987, 1988. They started dropping songs into Berlin discotheques. Berlin, Stuttgart, Dusseldorf. All the best clubs. Okay, they used to drop their mixes in there.
The tone your voice gets when you do German. I love it when you talk about it.
It's not even me. It's just I get possessed by David Hasselhoff. Right? Their name's Hayo Bauer, Hayo Lieferance. Never heard of a man called Hayo, and then there's two of them in one band. And Helmut Hoinkes. I'm not making these names up. They do seem made up. And Ingo Haus. Hayo Bauer, Hayo Lieferance, Helmut Hoinkes, and Ingo Haus. And they call themselves the Sex Shop Boys. And they did relatively primitive techno dance, pseudo Italo-disco tracks. That's
Yes.
how you would describe that.
Right.
Very Italo-disco-y. All is on a lot of Italo-disco compilation mixes. Definitely played at Caesar's Palace and the like in South Africa, in Johannesburg. Along with so their songs became like club hits across Europe.
Yeah.
Because not only did they have big tits, they also had a song called 69.
Okay.
Now, I tried to get the lyrics of 69 because big tits is big tits, we want big tits. Big tits, we want big tits. It's fine. Works for everybody. 69, there are lyrics to it, and I try to get the lyrics. Nowhere online has lyric finder, nothing has lyrics. So I try to put in an AI. Fun fact, Dori, no AI will write tits, by the way.
Really?
They will not write tits.
What do they write?
Even on the captions of the YouTube video. So now I'm talking about big tits, and I know I started talking about the song 69. On the captions, it doesn't say tits. It'll just say big T, big T. And then when you put it in any AI to transcribe it, It will not transcribe tits. It just...
A tit is also a bird. So what about that?
Well, AI's got context, doesn't it? And also my AI knows me. So it knows I'm not fucking...
knows you're not talking about birds.
So anyway, if anything happens on the internet this week, please send me a letter because I'm not allowed to look at it. After that, I've been banned for a week. My movie this week, Dames and Heren, is really shit, and you have Dori to blame for it. Because last week the show comes out Friday the 13th, and Dori goes, oh, it's Friday the 13th. Do something spooky, something creepy. I got a movie that I probably wouldn't have done otherwise if Dori had not themed me.
Oh, I themed you.
So, I had a category of movie called I Can't Believe It's Not Porn.
Yes.
Thanks to a movie review we read last week about a Suzanne Summers movie, this is a movie that falls into the category, this is a movie made by people not brave enough to make porn. Okay. Because there's no porn. Like, I Can't Believe It's Not Porn has got porn and got porn storylines without the full porn.
Right. This
is just bad. It's just all the shit, the parts of porn you fast forward through to get to the good stuff, but never any good stuff. That's right. It features a song called Sucker, Get Away From Me. Okay. Heavy on the innuendo. And it is a movie called Vampires on Bikini Beach.
Wow.
Yeah.
That says so much, actually. I can already picture what kind of movie this is.
Also known as Vampire on Bikini Beach.
Oh, no one knows. Die?
No one knows.
Okay.
No, because there are multiple vampires. So why there's one vampire? Let me tell you the story.
Maybe some people think the collective of vampire is vampire.
Oh, okay, like a clove of vampires.
Something like that.
Right. It is a bunch of horny 20-year-olds. They're all out of school. Mm-hmm. And suddenly they're in LA, where Bikini Beach is. Not a real place, by the way. And they're become a series of murders. There's a series of murders. Serial killer.
Right.
That's killing people, similar to how a vampire would kill people. So now it's everyone's in a bit of a two-stunt because now there's vampires.
Okay, so hang on. The vampire's killing them, but they're not becoming vampires.
No, they actually don't.
Okay.
The vampire law in this is very, very loose. Like nowadays, we know everything about vampires.
Yeah.
We know everything. No, very loose. I don't think people knew much about I don't think there was much of a vampire thing.
Okay.
They don't know. Because these people evidently, listen, these people are confused by escalators. Okay. The actors within this movie. So, and how I'm going to describe this movie to you is actually going to be more coherent than the movie. Because I'm going to run in a linear way of telling you this.
Okay.
This movie's all over the fucking place.
All right.
It really is. So I'm going to collate it into a linear format. But I'm going to tell you where it fucking just veers off. And there are murders, and then, have you heard about the murder on Bikini Beach? There's one guy way too obsessed with the murders. Now, in a normal movie, you suspect him. No, not in this movie. He's just obsessed with murders, okay?
Okay.
Not a plot point, not leading into anything. It's just his character. Then one day, these people, for a town that is plagued by a serial killer that some people think could be vampires,
they just go out and out, they don't care.
And hang around in dark alleys.
Right.
All the time, constantly. Yeah. Just we'll meet in them, we'll always be there. A murder happens while this one couple, our main couple, are in an alleyway, and a biker and his prostitute girlfriend get murdered, and the murderers run away past them and drop a book. Ooh. Now this book becomes central to the whole story. It's a burning book.
Okay.
Right? They should have burnt the script. But it's a burning book, and now they have the book. And they go, what the fuck is this book? And then they find out there was a murder in the alley. Again, a good story would go, well, now suspect them because they were in the alley. They got the book. No, don't worry about that. They just got a book, there's dead people. Don't worry about it. Okay? They also don't report the murder. They just take the book and they go, you know what? I know a priest who studies these things. I'm going to take it to him. You assume he says this because the microphone's so fucking far away from him.
Oh, no.
Okay? Thank God for subtitles.
Okay.
And they go to this priest. This priest lives, I think, what was one of the houses from Beverly Hills 90210. Okay. This priest has been fucking stealing the donations because this is a nice house.
Right.
And now he looks at the book. He says, this book, I've been studying this my whole life. I've been looking for this book. I know what this is. This is the book of, it's a book of something. And it's the book of death. And it's this. And it's going to bring out the demons, whatever. Before this happened, we meet the vampire, who sounds like Balki Bartokomous trying to sound like Serge.
Okay.
Right? This is what he sounds like. And he's got this plot point of now he has to keep killing or capturing young women from Bikini Beach so that he can fall in love with them, so that they can kill him, so that he can rest forever. But then once he rests forever, he can take over the world.
Wow.
Yeah. But he's got to find the perfect girl. So there's like a cutaway.
So he's a real vampire.
He's a real vampire. We know
Why can't
this.
anyone just kill him?
No, it's got to be the love of his life. She's got to love him as much as he loves her.
Okay.
Right. Now we know he's a vampire because he speaks like Balki Bartokomous.
Yes.
Now we're with the priest. So they go away and they say, okay, cool. Now the priest is on the case. He's going to figure this out. Priest gets killed by a vampire.
Ooh.
They go, we haven't heard from the priest. They go back to his house. They find him dead. Don't call the cops. They just take the book. They take the book and his notes. Leave the dead priest. Leave him there. Just leave him. Just walk away. Go.
Someone will eventually report it when it smells bad enough.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they now go to their friend. Their friend is an inventor, very good with computers. And they say, can you word process this? We know you're good with computers. Put them together and figure out what this is. He goes, I'm going to need a few days. What do you do now that you've got a few days to spare?
Party on Bikini Beach.
Go to Bikini Beach, go to nightclubs, go bikini shopping.
Right.
Randomly, right? After the most intense scene where quite a few people get caught to be taken to the vampires now so he can check which one is now going to be in love with him. The guys rescue all the girls from it. And then the next morning, they're sitting in his fancy car, goes, wow, last night was crazy. Anyway, I promised Kim I'm going to go bikini shopping with her. And then we have like 10 minutes of like glory shots around Hollywood of all the tourist attractions. And then these girls trying on bikinis for men, leering at them through the window.
The whole movie was an excuse to make that scene.
10 minutes of this.
Yeah.
10 minutes of this shit in the middle. Now, you've just had one of those, like quite a crucial point. Anyway, this is enough time for the guy to word process. And he comes back to them. He says, okay, I know how to do this.
So it was basically a bikini montage to show the passing of time.
Because it's Bikini Beach. They're going, you know what? We showed lots of vampires, not enough bikini beaches.
It's not Vampire Beach, for goodness sake.
It's Vampire Bikini Beach. So we got to show that. So now he comes back. He explains the plot to them. Do you think you fucking know what the plot is? You think you understand any of this? But he says you've got to do an incantation. Because he figures out you've got to do an incantation.
Right.
So he does an incantation and a man appears. A man in a black robe with white hair. Right?
Okay.
Now, he is the supreme vampire, but he hates Balki Bartokomous vampire.
Right.
So he'll do anything to kill Balki Bartokomous vampire. Because if Balki Bartokomous vampire does what he wants, vampires are going to be discovered and then the world will end us. So at least this way we can do our vampire stuff. He just wants to take us mainstream, right? So right now the band is at that point we go, only Dori is buying our album, right? Do we go radio play? And he's going, no, fuck, if you go radio play, you got to do like cover versions.
Right.
That's where they are now. This is basically the decision. Speaking of the band, there are 3 fucking points in this movie where they cut away to this nightclub where they hang around, where because it was the 80s and these drinks must have just come out, they keep ordering screaming orgasms, screwdrivers, and Harvey Wallbangers. Remember when those came out?
Yes.
And everyone was like, oh, I'd have a screaming orgasm. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Okay, sure. Oh, I'll have a screwdriver. I'm going to give her a screwdriver. Yeah, that's what she said. So it's definitely that. So
right.
And there's a Journey cover band that sing one of the songs they sing, Sucker Get Away From Me.
Right.
3 times in the fucking movie.
Oh my God.
They just break away to music videos. Just randomly. So this is one of the points where they break away to this. Now they end up in this cavern or this underworld, whatever, where the vampire, you can't see because there's no lights.
Right.
Where the bad vampire is, and now they're with the good vampire. And then the bad vampire is about to take the girlfriend away. She's just escaped from his goons who are humans because she suggested a foursome with them and then blew them up with dynamite because conveniently they got locked in a shed where they had just enough stuff to make a pipe bomb. MacGyver. Right?
This is getting more ridiculous by the second.
Next thing.
How did you make it through this movie?
Fuck, it's funny. I got to be honest with you.
Okay.
Good vampire has this like lightsaber style cross, and he says the bad vampire goes, "Oh, you're powerful, but you're old. He goes, oh, but I have the cross. And he burns him. And then the movie's over.
Okay.
But they go back to the beach. They end up back on the beach. Now they're happy.
So the vampire's still a vampire? He hasn't.
No, bad vampire's been killed, banished.
Right.
They kill all the vampires, stake them,
Okay.
go to the beach. Good vampire, he's just not there anymore.
Okay.
Okay. And then they're back on the beach.
Okay.
No, before they go back to the beach, oh yeah, there's a point here. Forget I said they go back to the beach.
Okay.
So they rescue all the girls out because now good vampire just disappears. And now they take all the girls out. And then is everyone okay? And there's some random girls there. And this girl goes, yeah, we're okay. And they got vampire teeth. So now they've been turned into vampires.
All of a sudden?
Just randomly.
Okay.
So now, cut scene. These two girls are in hospital. They're tied to a bed.
Right.
And the doctor says, we don't know what to do. There's nothing we can do for them. Now it's middle of the fucking day. Vampire law says they're going to burst into flames.
Right.
But anyway, and the one guy goes, oh, well, it's been quite a long night. Maybe we should go for a bite. Roll credits. Go to the beach.
And they probably thought that was so good when they made it.
I mean, you got to wonder the psychology of people like this. Randomly, 30 minutes in, there's a narrator pops up. Okay? But not telling you anything of the story, not tying anything together.
What was he there for?
It's a she.
Okay.
Talking about the bikini. She speaks about the bikini shopping at one point. She randomly talks about like a month before where they were. But no point, no consistency. And she sounds like, on those TikTok videos, the ones that go, I can't believe that I learned this yesterday. That's what she sounds
Do you
like.
think that they had a version of the movie without her, and then they showed it to people and people didn't know what was going on?
Yeah.
So they're like, we're going to need to like they did in with Blade Runner. So with Blade Runner, remember there's the director's cut and then they added a narration.
Yeah.
Because people didn't know what was going on.
You know what? They could have done this and they go, you know what? Blade Runner added a narrator. And they go, fuck, let's put that one in. Okay, but you understand Blade Runner's narrator kind of explained what was going on. They didn't just add, because these guys just went, we put a narrator. They're not talking about anything. They're fucking reading their grocery list.
Maybe the narrator was like the director's girlfriend and she was like, I want a part in the movie.
Probably.
Yeah.
That sounds like what happened. It's quite a treat, this movie. Vampire or Vampires on Bikini Beach.
Can one watch it on YouTube or Plex?
It's on Amazon. It's on Prime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A couple of observations. The people in this movie, their hairstyles say they're 22. Their faces say they're 58.
Right.
And there are 3 girls that they're just random. I don't even know who. They just all is with. They're eye candy. They T&A. They're eye candy. They say words in this movie that you definitely know they don't know the meaning of. They've just said it.
Okay.
The words being brutalized.
Right.
There's no way they know the meaning of that. Backgammon. So one point they say, let's play backgammon.
Okay.
Said by people who don't know what any of either of those together, whatever. And one thing they definitely don't know about books.
Right.
Books. So not the brightest people. You'd be surprised this was the only movie any of these people ever did. Unless they changed their name to Pussy Galore and then ended up in porn. So that's where we end up.
Wow. What a romp.
It's Friday the 13th. You know what? It's actually so bad. It's fucking hilarious. You'll find yourself there's a scene where the vampires come now, attack everyone on the beach. Because now there's 2 vampires. So it's definitely vampires.
Right.
And attack this beach party. And the one girl, to get attacked, she just goes, ha! Just lies on her back shaking. It's so bad. People took their time on this.
Yes.
They took their time. Shot it over 2 days, evidently. And edited it in 30
If you ever
minutes.
wondered what all those waitresses in LA ended up doing, this is it.
That is definitely it. You said CDogg earlier.
I did.
He always pops up.
Did I summon him?
You say 3 times in a row and CDogg will appear. Did you see that it's getting a lot of flack. There's been a remake of The Burbs.
No.
So they're doing a series of The Burbs, bit of a remake. People are like, we don't need that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I have to agree. I don't think we needed that.
We were kind of fine, and we didn't need this version. Like, who is this for?
Yeah.
Nobody romanticizes about watching Tom Hanks in The Burbs.
I mean, that was like such a random non-film.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine, but
Yeah.
key thing is, CDogg was obviously in the original. He pops up in this. Yeah. He summoned in the Burbs. They go, you know what's going to be funny? Let's put CDogg in because Carrie Fisher no longer with us. Tom Hanks leaving us on unread.
Yes.
Who of the original movie will do this for $2 $50? And there's even a phone. There's actually a live phone call here of the photo of when they phoned Corey Feldman answering the phone. And they said, Corey Feldman, would you like to do a cameo in the Burbs? Now, I don't remember this particularly from the Burbs, but in the Burbs, he was one of the kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And through the course of it, they go to a bar and there's like a teenage tough that Corey Feldman engages with.
Okay.
Right in it. And then they flip the script. So in this one, it's a little bit of an Easter egg. He's the older tough in the bar. And he says the lines that were said to him. So it's a little bit of a thing.
Okay. So like, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Again, not one of the most classic moments of 80s cinema.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like, again,
Yeah.
who is this for other than CDogg's lawyers? I'm not one for this. Not really in the target market. But if you ever find yourself in Bangladesh, you can go to MacGyver's hair salon.
Okay.
Yes, Shapon Mitra, big fan of MacGyver, and decided that he is going to open a hair salon in Bangladesh dedicated to his favorite problem-solving, paperclip-loving action star.
Do you only get a MacGyver cut no matter what you ask for?
I did look for that. There are, says it, he says he has MacGyver-like signage, which, I mean, you can judge for yourself. That's not really MacGyver-like signage. It's kind of generic sign that says MacGyver. He's got posters of MacGyver around.
It looks similar to the font, I think, from the show.
It's similar, but
think
kind
it
of like
is.
enough so he doesn't get sued.
Yeah.
He's got posters of MacGyver all over the place. And he says people do often come, tourists especially, asking for the MacGyver cut.
I'm sure he has, but it's probably his signature cut.
Probably his signature. Now, nobody knows the quality that he does it. You can
You
get
have to have long hair to start if you want the
You
MacGyver
really do.
cut.
At least long hair in one
And it
top.
needs to be straight hair. Like, if you've got like frizzy hair, you're not going to get the MacGyver cut.
You're not going to do it.
No.
He says he will cut your hair in other styles. Question is,
What is he cutting with?
that's what I'm saying.
What is he?
Takes out
is
his
he
little
cutting
pocket
with
knife.
Two matches
I'm thinking pocket
and a piece
knife.
of string.
I'm thinking the little scissors on a pocket knife. That's what I'm thinking on his little Swiss Army knife. Now that's a gimmick. Hey,
That would be interesting.
that's pretty good. So that's if you find yourself in Bangladesh, maybe the cruise, they go, hey, let's see where this ends up. Let's see where
Right.
this crazy ship of love rolls up. You guys end up in Bangladesh.
Ship of fools, rather. Yeah.
You know, you've been at sea for 2 weeks, need a bit of a trim. Mm-hmm. MacGyver. Story about Dolph Lundgren pops up.
Of course it does. Because you have Google alerts on Dolph Lundgren.
I
You have a Google alert on Dolph Lundgren's nipples.
specifically, but every now and again a real story slips through. There is an urban myth about Dolph Lundgren years ago. There was a break-in at his house. And the thieves were going through the house, kind of like loading up things. I imagine them with their little balaclavas or their little sacks, and they're loading up things, of Dolph Lundgren's in. And they come across the photos and they realize, oh, fuck, we're robbing Dolph Lundgren's house.
Oh.
And left everything behind.
Okay.
Okay, and then Dolph Lundgren and his family come and they find out what the fuck's going on. And they figure
Yeah.
they must have been scared off because they're like, fuck. This is
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren's house. Now, it's kind of like a bit of an urban legend. I've never heard it before. This is the first time I came across it, but there's
Yeah.
even Dolph Lundgren has never addressed it, but kind of like dismisses and it's like good for brand Lundgren, right?
Right.
We got the crazy, Grace Jones kept me as a sex slave stories. I got to come out in a positive light.
Right.
For every Masters of the Universe meme that, people know they dubbed my voice, I got to have this. So give me something, which I think is fair. I think it's fair. But his daughter has actually come out with a true story.
Okay.
And it's as horrible as you think it would be. So she was at home, Dolph wasn't there, and it was a real break-in.
Okay.
And she was there, and they told her to keep quiet and the whole thing, and there was like an actual proper home invasion that she was like traumatized for years over it.
Sure.
They'd said, if you phone the cops within half an hour, we know where you are, we're going to come back and kill you.
Yeah.
Like all that sort of stuff. So it was like, it went from being this really funny, story.
Yeah.
To like, oh, that's a lot of trauma that this poor girl has been living with for years.
Yeah.
While her dad like kind of enjoys the urban legend. So a little bit of a dark turn there, but good to hear from Dolph Lundgren. So I'm never going to complain on that.
Sure. So do you think talking about it made her feel better?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. And, we're just there to spread the story. So if you hear the myth and the urban legend of the photos of Dolph
You can
Lundgren,
say, I know the truth.
what a niche conversation are you having with people that this would come up outside of the safe space of being a listener on the cruise?
Maybe on the cruise.
On the cruise, they will say, hey, does anybody have an interesting story about
Random 80s
Dolph
trivia.
Lundgren?
I'll go, I'll put my hand up.
That one, I've been telling people all week that John Bon Jovi sang for R2D2 on a Christmas album. No one cares. Like, they literally do not give. Even the biggest Bon Jovi fan would. I told a Bon Jovi fan, and then I told a Star Wars fan. Neither of them gave a shit.
Really?
It was quite random. I was actually.
Did they not believe you, maybe?
I'm not even
Maybe
fucking
they
around
didn't
with you.
believe
I was at an event, and I had my Bon Jovi t-shirt on, and a person came up to me and said, I love Bon Jovi. That's my favorite band. I told her the factoid. A guy who loves Star Wars overheard it.
Yeah.
Because he heard R2D2.
Right.
Neither of them gave a shit. So this intersection of Bon Jovi loving Star Wars fans is so narrow.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And hard to please, clearly.
You know what? That's a fucking gold fact. I fucking love it. But anyway, you got to know your audience. So I'm always scared to say, Dori, the Winter Olympics are going on.
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
I only know this because of Google.
Okay, good. Okay, so the Winter Olympics are having... What an 80s event is Winter Olympics, hey? All the events are so 80s.
The Winter Olympics has actually got the most interesting stuff to watch.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. It's for anything.
Curling.
Après-ski,
Curling.
Skiing was so big in the 80s. How many ski movies were there in the 80s?
The luge.
The luge.
Love the luge.
So,
bobsledding.
Okay, so you've actually got right on the head because today, as a themed 280s Truths and a Lie, Winter Olympics edition.
Yay!
I'm
not going to know anything.
You'll know about Dori. I catered it for you.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So you mentioned curling. So I'm going to give you 3 facts or make 3 statements. 2 are true, 1 is a lie about the Winter Olympics.
Yay!
From the 80s.
Right.
This is specifically
80s
related to
themed.
the 80s.
Yes, of course. Otherwise, why is it on the show?
Now, curling, which is synonymous with the Winter Olympics.
Absolutely.
Most people will say curling.
Right.
Or
First thing you think of.
Or skeleton. I don't know what skeleton is.
I don't know.
Après-ski.
Okay.
Very 80s. But curling,
Yeah.
synonymous with the Winter Olympics, wasn't actually even in the 80s editions of the Winter Olympics and only got recognized in 1998. That's factoid number 1.
Okay.
Curling,
Sounds legit.
synonymous with the Olympics, Winter Olympics, not even part of the Winter Olympics all through the 80s
Right.
and most of the 90s. Factoid, statement number 2, the Jamaican bobsled team.
Yes.
Everyone knows that.
Right.
Feel the rhythm, feel the vibe. I think that's what they said.
I don't know. Love that movie, though.
They were only formed 6 months before the 1988 Olympics, which was actually around about the time they saw snow for the first time, right? Now, everyone knows they notoriously crashed out and didn't finish. They did not carry the bobsled over their heads like in the Disney film.
Okay.
Because those bobsleds weigh fucking 500 kilograms.
Right.
Right. So they did not do that. But at the time of them crashing out, they were actually in 25th place out of 41 teams.
Okay.
Right, so by the time of crashing out, despite only doing Winter Olympics. Now think about people who do Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Those are dukes, archdukes, barons. They've been doing this for centuries,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
And here come some Jamaicans seen snow for the first time in 6 months. And they were in 25th place. And they were, I think they were on their final run when they crashed out and got disqualified.
Yeah.
So they were in 25th place. And statement number 3. A man you wouldn't have heard of, but you know the band, Ian Howland, the drummer of Europe,
Okay.
was actually a junior bobsled champion in Sweden. Destined for Olympic greatness, but at 17 suffered an injury and decided to choose music. Next thing, he's in Europe, the final countdown. 2 are true, 1 is a lie. Curling, not part of Olympics in the 80s. The Jamaican bobsled team novices were actually in 25th place out of 41 when they bombed out. And the drummer of Europe could have been a champion Winter Olympics skier. Is a bobsled champion. Bobsled champion. Two or true, one is a lie.
They all sound pretty credible, which is usually the opposite. Usually they all sound like lies, but these all sound like truths. So I'm going to have to just do a random guess and say the curling thing's a lie.
Curling is true.
Okay,
It only got officially put in 1998. Do you want to have one more guess? A 50-50 phone a friend?
The Europe thing is true.
Europe is a lie. The bobsled team is true. They were actually doing super well. I think at the next Olympics, they finished 25th out of 31 teams.
Okay.
Those fucking other 6 teams. Like, how shit must you feel? Who were those other 6 teams? Caledonia. Papua New Guinea.
The Jamaicans had passion.
They did. They gave a shit.
You make me want to watch Cool Runnings again. I'm so going to do that.
You know what? If that's one thing we take out of the Winter Olympics, and yes.
And I haven't shown it to my child yet, so that's a good plan for the weekend.
Good one. So, Europe, yes, no one was involved in the Winter Olympics, but their song was the official song of the 1986 Winter Olympics. The final countdown was the official song.
Makes sense.
I don't know if it does.
Doesn't it?
You're heading to define. It's pretty. Hey, that song makes sense in any context.
Right.
Yeah. It's always going to make you feel good, no matter what's happening. Good or bad. This has been That 80 Show. Everything we spoke about on the show can be found on That 80 Show SA on Facebook. Dori, you will be going on the cruise soon.
I will.
Favorite thing you heard on the show today?
Yo.
May I give you a recap? Dolph Lundgren, Home Invaders, MacGyver, Hair Salon, Vampire and Bikini Beach. Spoke about stuff we had in our houses in the 80s.
Okay, I'm going to go with the MacGyver hair salon.
Is he cutting hair with the or something else? The easy thing is the pocket knife. What else?
Like I said, 2 matchsticks and a piece of string.
Kak Papier Poppie. Thanks for joining me, Dori. Goodbye.
Bye.